In this video, we will cover sensitivity and specificity. In general, statistics is a difficult topic to understand, so we will take it slowly. Let's start off with the definitions. Sensitivity is the chances of a test identifying something as having a condition given that it has the condition. Specificity is the chances of a test identifying something as not having a condition given that it does not have the condition. Kind of confusing, right? Makes as much sense as mint with chocolate. To help understand these topics conceptually, I will use a story. Let's say you're a huge fine dining fan, and a new restaurant has opened up in your area. However, critics are saying you're either gonna love it or hate it. You recently put yourself on a budget and don't want to spend money at a restaurant you may end up hating. Fortunately, two of your friends have already been to the restaurant, so you ask for their opinions. However, you are unsure about their tastes in restaurants. You put them to the test. You write down all 8 fine dining restaurants you've already been to, 4 of which you loved, the other 4 you hated. You ask friend 1 which ones he loved, and he says, "Oh, I thought these 6 were great. The other 2 were terrible." So while all the restaurants you loved, he loved as well, there were 2 restaurants he loved that you hated. Next, you ask friend 2 which ones he loved, and he says these 2 were great, the other 6 were terrible. So while all the restaurants you hated, he hated as well, there were 2 restaurants he hated that you loved. That ends the story. We can use the story to explain sensitivity and specificity. Once again, here are their definitions, but this time I highlighted the words we are going to switch out. In the story, friend 1 and friend 2 were 2 different tests. Also, being great was the condition. So if we reword the definition of sensitivity with the story in mind, it would be, what are the chances friend 1 identifies a great restaurant as great? There were 4 great restaurants, and friend 1 correctly put all 4 of them in his great category. Therefore, friend 1's sensitivity is 100%. Next, what are the chances friend 2 identifies a great restaurant as great? Friend 2 correctly put only 2 of the 4 in his great category. Therefore, friend 2's sensitivity is 50%. Now we will reword the definition of specificity. It would be, what are the chances friend 1 identifies a bad restaurant as bad? There were 4 bad restaurants, and friend 1 correctly put only 2 of the 4 in his bad category. Therefore, friend 1's specificity is 50%. Next, what are the chances friend 2 identifies a bad restaurant as bad? Friend 2 correctly put all 4 of them in his bad category. Therefore, friend 2's specificity is 100%. With this information, we can make our decision. If friend 1 says the restaurant is bad, then based on the sensitivity, you know it is true because 100% of the great restaurants are in his great category. Therefore, leaving behind only bad restaurants in his bad category. Therefore, you wouldn't go. But if friend 2 says the restaurant is bad, then based on the sensitivity, it's unreliable because 50% of the great restaurants are in his bad category. Therefore, his negative opinion is unreliable. Now then, if friend 2 says the restaurant is great, then based on the specificity, you know it is true because 100% of the bad restaurants are in his bad category, leaving behind only great restaurants in the great category. Therefore, you would go. But if friend 1 says the restaurant is great, then based on the specificity, it's unreliable because 50% of the bad restaurants are in his great category. Therefore, his positive opinion is unreliable. However, what if friend 1 loved the restaurant, but friend 2 hated the restaurant? Do you follow friend 1's recommendation and risk the restaurant becoming one of the ones he loves but you hate? Or do you follow friend 2's recommendation and risk the restaurant being one of the ones he hates but you'd love? Tough question. But what does this have to do with medicine? In medicine, we have similar challenges. Instead of identifying great restaurants, we identify specific diseases. Instead of asking friends, we ask our medical tests. I will make another video demonstrating how doctors use sensitivity and specificity to make medical decisions. Until then, thank you for watching. Comment below on which topics you are interested in learning more about. Also, leave any feedback on how these videos can better serve you.